Hello everyone, it is Doc Hitchcock, and today we're going to be solving this puzzle called So before we get into the actual solve, I did want to do a little bit of a non-spoiler review of the puzzle for those of you who might be interested in getting a copy. This puzzle is from arcpuzzles.com. The designer's name is Andrew Crowell, and he has made a few other puzzles that I've really enjoyed, namely for Bot, for Bank, and the Tick Vault. But this puzzle is extremely affordable compared to most other of these sequential discovery puzzles out there. This is actually, of his sequential discovery puzzles, I think the least expensive. This ranged, I think, somewhere in the $40 to $60 range. I can't remember exactly, but it was somewhere in there. So let's go ahead, get into the solve. So there are gonna be spoilers, you have been warned. Okay, so here's the card that comes with the Threads puzzle. The goal is to find your unique ID number. The rules are no external tools or excessive force necessary. So, really, I've messed around with the sides here. You can see that these panels are moving. This thing spins around and around. It goes and goes and goes. Makes really cool clicking noise, but it really doesn't do anything. There is some differences on the sides. I don't know if these are symbolic or just artwork. So we have the title on one side, but most of the sides have just a box outside the title. But this side is unique because it has this symbol, which actually matches this symbol. I have no clue if that means anything. So this side here, it does move, but a lot less than these two sides. So this side, it moves very, very little, where these sides, you can feel a lot more wiggle there. And then this side, I don't feel movement at all. And then the back, it looks like that's sealed on there. So I don't know how this symbol ties into anything. Okay, so I've been fiddling with it a bit more. And one of the things I've noticed, which I don't know if it means anything, but you can see how that moves up a little up and down. But if you pull up on it a little bit and you start turning it, you can feel that this actually starts to pull down, but then at a certain point, let's see if I can, see that click there, it comes back up again. So that tells me that there's likely some sort of, I guess, threads that are feeding into this mechanism. And I don't know how though, because you can't go the other way. So I'm not really sure exactly how we're supposed to release anything. I've tried pushing and pulling this knob at the different, like I've done one click, push and pull, one click, push and pull. I've tried pulling on these while I'm doing that. It really doesn't do anything. So I've spent a good while trying that. I'm really not sure what else to do. Okay, so I don't know what I just did, but I was basically turning it in different configurations. Okay. So I was turning it, and I don't want to move it because I'm afraid it'll lock back up, but I was turning it in different configurations, and all of a sudden, because I've been putting pretty consistent pressure on these plates to pull them back, these wiggly ones, and this all of a sudden popped open when I put it up like this. Now, when you can see here, this button here, it actually, when you see the clicks, you can see this going up and down. Can you see that on the camera? Let me get up close. Let me see that. See that? So let me see if I push this button maybe. Oh, see, now I can go backwards. Okay. So there are the threads. Oh, I don't want to close that. There are the threads right there. Those are the threads you were thinking. And then this, okay, so let me see. All right, so see when we push that button in there, that little triangle piece was what was holding that so we couldn't go backwards. And when we pushed that in, it allowed us to go backwards. And this must have been screwed in, but the only way to unscrew it was to go the opposite direction. So by pushing this button, it's letting us unscrew it. Okay, that's pretty clever. But then what do we do with this? There's no place to use it other than here. Okay, so then what do we do now? Okay, look, all right. So if you look on the back of the panel there, It looks like, see that little slot there? And there's also a little bit of a hole above that slot. So there's a slot and then there's a hole in that one place. Okay, you hear that noise? I think there's like a pin that moves back and forth and you just got to find the right. There you go. See? Ah, yeah, there you go. Okay, so there's the maze. Not too difficult. Maybe could have been a little more difficult, but once you figure out the idea, I guess it really is just a matter of finagling it until you get it out. Regardless, we now have a hole in there, and here's the little pin that was going back and forth. Not sure what that arrow is. Maybe we need to line this up there or something. I don't know, we'll figure that out. So we see threads inside of this hole here and threads here. So I'm assuming, given the name of the puzzle, we'll put that in there, thread it in. Okay, does that do anything? Okay, so it's, you can thread it in, you can feel it, but then when you pull up, it really doesn't do much. Okay, I can feel like a little button or something, a little spring action or something. Oh. Okay. So there's no maze here. There's just this little dot thing. Let's see. Ah, so you got to get into just the right place, and then when you push it, it pushes in the dot. Not the dot, the, what would you call that? Little tab. Little tab. Okay, pretty clever again. And then we have another hole there, so I guess we use our thread again. Right. Let's see, where was the other panel? I think it was this one right here. So let's see if we put that in there. What does it do? Oh wait, that was the same one I was in. So if we put it in here, let's see, oh, let's thread it in there. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay, so I put it in halfway and then I pulled it back and it let me go, but it's not going any further. So do I have to, is it another maze maybe? Or, oh. All right, so it was just these little things being held on by this. Looks like, you see. Okay, so, so you screw this in, you can pull back. Let me see if I can reproduce that. All right, so pull back. Yeah, so that's what it was. So this little thing is being held on by this blue thing. Should pull back there. Okay, now we have this little, and there we go. I think that's our prize. Yep, nope. So it says, find your unique ID number. So this is a token, but I don't see an ID number. It just says ARC Puzzles, and it has the symbol. So that symbol was on one of these, this one. So what do we do with this token to get our ID number? Ah, that moved. Ah, you hear that? Oh, that's this. Never mind. Well, this moved. See, I can turn it like a quarter turn, but that's about it. I wonder. There we go. Number 39. It was hidden in there. Okay, well that was fun. It wasn't super complicated, but I believe that the designer Andrew did say that he wanted to create a very low cost, easy alternative to his other puzzles, which can be a little bit more complicated. So like the Tick Vault took a long time to figure out, where this one didn't take so long, but it was a lot of fun. It had a lot of sequential discovery steps. So let's put it back together and we'll talk a bit more. Okay, so really quick, I was resetting it and I noticed when I was trying to put this on, that's probably what this arrow is. Arrow points to where it needs to be to match up to where on the panel you need to put it back on. I think that's just for ease of reset, which was very kind of him. Okay, and there you go. That is the reset puzzle of Threads. So that was a lot of fun. For a low cost, this is a really great level entry sequential discovery puzzle. I highly would recommend this. It isn't as elaborate as some of his other puzzles, like the Tick Vault, which is probably on my top 5 favorite puzzles that I own. So as this might be a really good entry puzzle into sequential discovery for those people who are just getting started, I would recommend you go to arcpuzzles.com and see if there's any available. It looks like they're sold out right now, but from time to time he'll remake puzzles in order for other people to get their hands on them. So there you have it, Threads. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Until I see you next time, goodbye for now.